who do you think the UFC brass wants to win this fight?
Listen, I think it's a win-win for them, honestly, because this is one of those opportunities where the way I assess this is Conor and Khabib. Khabib doesn't explode the way that he did without Conor. You know what I mean? Maybe in the Caucasus region, he's very popular. Okay, cool. But in the States, he doesn't become nowhere near as popular without a proper dance partner like Conor McGregor. Now, for me, I think this is a win-win for the UFC where I had that dance partner and the knockoff Conor McGregor was not as good. And there's an opportunity for me to catapult myself off of everything that he kind of has, man. I'm not here to take everything, Ariel. I'm taking everything this man has. Every last 15, 14-year-old Fortnite video game Twitch streamer that he has, I'm taking everything. So this is my moment. And obviously, if he wins, it's a way for him to validate everything he's done so far for his career, because everyone is always shitting on. He's never fought anybody ranked. He's never beat anybody. He beat one guy by split decision. And that fight, honestly, really could have gone either way. It just depends on what you're looking at. And with that being said, this is his chance to have a coming out party. This changes everything for him. Me winning over him changes everything for me as well. So I think it's a win-win for the UFC. And that's why I appreciate the opportunity, and I look forward to going out there and doing it with style points, man. I'm not going out there to hug his back. I'm going out there to put punishment and pain on this guy and get this job done in a very, very, very big way.
Champion Aljamain Sterling will be going for his 4th successful title defense this Saturday when he fights Sean O'Malley in the main event at UFC 292. And you can watch this exciting matchup live by ordering UFC 292 pay-per-view, which will be available at ESPN+. So do not wait. Click the link in the description to sign up for ESPN+ and order UFC 292 pay-per-view today.
Prelims now. Let's go.
That is weird, right? You're on the prelims. First time in like a long time.
A long time. Man, it's kind of disrespectful, to be honest. I'm not going to pretend like it's not. Like, to be out for 2 years with a broken injury. I broke my leg on the mats of the UFC on a pay-per-view. First card ever since COVID. First fully packed arena in Jacksonville. Put my body on the line, and then they put me on a prelim. That's a bad idea. You know what? It probably works out for everybody at the end of the day, because it's a little bit of motivation. But all right, mother effers, you disrespect me like that. What do you think? I'm done? What do you think? I'm here to just like see how I feel? And no, I'm here to make a statement.
There are more eyes on the prelims, right? You know,
that's what they say, right? I should be okay because there's more eyes on the prelims. So it's going worldwide. I don't know. That's, I guess, the silver lining, but. There's motivation there.
Ray, Chris already has a Hall of Fame career, right? Aljo, of course, as well. But, for Weidman, I think about these leg breaks, man. And I always think about the mental hurdles that you need to come back from, right? It's like just getting healthy where you could walk. Then it's okay, you could start your sparring. You can kick now. You can kick with shin pads now. But then going into a fight for the first time, no shin pads, throwing kicks, defending kicks. For any man, even guys who are as mentally tough as Chris Weidman, it could be quite the challenge. How do you think Chris is going to respond to that first round in there in Boston?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. I think if anybody could do it, it's him. Like the guy I knew my whole life was always this type of guy. It's not me, man. I'll tell you one thing. I'll be nervous. I don't want to see the guy get hurt for sure. That would actually be horrendous. But he's in a good spot. I mean, he sounds great. He looked great when he was in the gym. And again, if anybody could do it, it's him. And I think you're going to see an aggressive Chris Weidman.
What are your thoughts on the stakes of this fight in terms of, I know you want to be champion, be number one at 135. He has said, and I believe, that this is the last one at 135. That I'm moving up to 145, this weight is kicking my ass, I'm getting older and older and older, and it's harder and harder to cut. The idea that you might be, if you lose Saturday, you might someday be bantamweight champion, but it would not be against Aljamain Sterling. Right now, considered the number one, I have him number one all time. Is there a sense of this is my one shot to beat the number one guy? Not just be champion, but beat the number one guy. Does that fuel to your fire a little bit?
Not really. I mean, I don't know if I necessarily believe him that he's going up to 145 after this. He says, you know, I feel like he's been saying this for a while. I think he just likes the attention he gets from saying he's a big guy. He's going up to 45 after this fight. So I don't necessarily believe that. I mean, we'll see his next fight. If he fights at 145, 135, he could take a year off and be like, okay, I can, you know, maybe, you know, I can make 135 again. And, you know, I don't think he does very good at 145, to be honest. I could be completely wrong. He could go up to 145 and do really well. I don't know if I see that for him. But I'll watch. I'll fucking tune in.
Everything's looking good, man. I think that the formula's been working for us. The sky's the limit. And yeah, maybe we'll have a rocky moment in this fight with Sean. We'll see. I do think this is going to be a potential fight of the night candidate, but it's my job to go out there and make it look as easy as possible.
The whooping that you give somebody in high school or in grade school is when he tough on my mom and you put the beat him on there. And there's a whooping that you give your son now, like to kind of teach him life a little bit. And being a father, I've become quite accustomed to that kind of whooping now, and that's kind of what I'm looking forward to giving on Saturday.
Being a father, I've got kind of accustomed to giving that up in that ass. Sorry.
You can't.
Whoa.
This is what?
One second. Shush. Bro, he just sat there and said, being a father, word for word. Being a father, I've got accustomed to giving that ass whooping.
And being a father, I've become quite accustomed to that kind of whooping now, and that's kind of what we're looking forward to giving on Saturday. I mean, I know he's out there, he's very cocky, he's feeling himself, everything.
So he's going to beat Gary well.
Oh my goodness, I will never whoop your ass. I'll never whoop your ass. It's okay. Do you want me to beat him up? I'll beat him up because apparently he beats his son up.
In or tap out, Strickland has a better shot to beat Izzy than Duplessis did.
I'm tapping in on this one because of the X factor of Sean Strickland being an absolute psychopath. I think DDP is great, but he would have to beat Izzy in a technical matchup. The way you beat Izzy is by being a crazy psychopath like Sean Strickland.
Sean beats Strickland by... Sean beats Strickland by a miracle. You become champion. Would you go up and fight him? Oh, you think if Sean beats Adesanya by a miracle? I don't think he has a miracle in him. I think he doesn't have one punch knockout power. He beats you with volume, and his volume is only straight boxing. Adesanya is way too smart for him. Adesanya is going to pick him apart, I think, kind of like the Boost fight where he was getting picked apart in the first round. Adesanya could keep that pace up for 5 rounds. I think Adesanya is going to light him up, using the low kicks, using the high kicks, using the push kicks. Strickland's going to just do the same thing, move forward, parry, try to come with boxing. But Adesanya is way smarter, way faster, and I think it's going to be another one of those fights where it could be a finish from Adesanya.
The whooping that you give somebody in high school or in grade school is when he tough on my mom and you put the beat him on there. And there's a whooping that you give your son now, like to kind of teach him life a little bit. And being a father, I've become quite accustomed to that kind of whooping now. And
fuck about your little fort, nigga.
I hate you.
I hate you too, little nigga.